Today's sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And his first look is incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, Lawrence. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. There's Evans again, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Evans here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Lawrence, eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He corrected.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Rodgers now on first down.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
An 11-yard loss on the play brings up third down.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
He completes it to Olave. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers to throw once more. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers.
Kyle Pitts
from 21 yards away. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Lawrence. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rodgers going to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Lawrence. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Chris Olave, the intended receiver.
3rd down here. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Rodgers again now. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Chris Olave.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
On the counter, it's Hall.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. From the 38, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
The pass caught by Olave.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Over the middle to Evans. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They go play action with Lawrence. Being chased out left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tyler Johnson, 29 yards. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Rodgers uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing is Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Here's Hall again. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
This one taken in by Olave.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On first down, Rodgers.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Breece Hall.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and
blitz coming, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Breece Hall,
34 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Watkins, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Lawrence will throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
Do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Buying time to his left. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chris Olave.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Hey, exit. Hey,
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On first down, Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Hey, Orbit. Hey! Hey, Alpha.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
and I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Hey, Joker! Hey, Charlie! Go, go! Yo, yo, go!
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back.
He's got a man, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Slot man moves right.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Down at the 25.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Hey, 626.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He completes it to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, They might be looking for replacements.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
A final shot now for Lawrence. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Panthers, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.